I'm the that can't read. I do numbers. I make money. You know my middle name. You owe money. I do.
Conor McGregor, the outspoken Irish brawler famed for his explosive feud with Floyd Mayweather, now finds himself in a financial storm of his own. The former UFC star, once basking in millions, is reportedly burdened with heavy debts as rumors of bankruptcy loom large. It's a striking contrast to the extravagant life he once paraded. McGregor, never one to hold back, stirred the pot again while reflecting on his past clash with Mayweather, saying, "He bets during halftime, he bets on anything. He needed this fight. Maybe to settle his debts, he needed it to happen." These cutting remarks resurfaced long after their iconic face-off, where Mayweather's unbeaten streak was at stake and McGregor's reputation as a fearsome competitor was at its height. Known for his candid nature, McGregor implied that financial desperation might have driven Mayweather to the ring, a theory gaining traction as rumors swirl around Mayweather's own monetary issues. Now that McGregor is facing similar money woes, it's becoming evident that their blockbuster fight may have been about more than just legacy or ego. McGregor's continued claims about Mayweather's finances reignite old flames, as tension between the two has always simmered inside and outside the ring. Their rivalry took a dramatic twist when Mayweather pulled a bold stunt that grabbed headlines. He tossed stacks of cash on stage during an event right in front of McGregor. The moment, pure spectacle, showcased their clashing personas. McGregor the raw fighter, Mayweather the flashy showman. But beneath the bling, it was clear, Mayweather was using the stunt as a mental tactic, a flashy jab meant to rattle McGregor. As their feud escalated, it became more obvious that the bout wasn't purely about winning, it was about wealth, dominance, and who could walk away with the bigger payday. And Mayweather? He never hesitated to flaunt his victory in both dollars and pride. In a signature flashy move, Mayweather didn't hold back when he disclosed just how much he earned after the fight, boldly proclaiming that cash is king and dubbing himself a walking ATM. It was yet another reminder of his over-the-top persona. His victories weren't just in the ring, but also in the bank. He made it clear that flaunting his fortune was just as vital to his image as his undefeated record. This lavish bragging only intensified his heated rivalry with McGregor. After Mayweather's confident declarations of riches and dominance, both McGregor and UFC boss Dana White took the opportunity to throw some shade at the boxing champ. The narrative quickly flipped as whispers about Mayweather's financial instability began to grow louder, pulling the spotlight onto his possible money issues and raising questions about how deep the cracks really ran beneath the flashy surface.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Conor McGregor and Dana White didn't miss the chance to poke fun at Mayweather's tax troubles, calling out the irony of a man who constantly brags about his fortune. While Mayweather paraded his wealth, McGregor and White were quick to point out that things behind the scenes might not be as polished as Mayweather made them seem. Their jabs only escalated the already fiery tension between the two camps, showing that the rivalry had grown far beyond just fists in the ring. As the public feud raged on, McGregor became increasingly vocal in his critique of Mayweather's lavish lifestyle. While Mayweather was known for putting his money and luxury on display, McGregor took a more skeptical approach, hinting at deeper issues beneath the surface. "From what I've seen, he's got a serious gambling issue. He bets during halftime and on all sorts of things. He only brags about the wins, you never see him post about the losses. Maybe that's what landed him in this mess," McGregor remarked, casting doubt on the true state of Mayweather's finances. These comments were more than just trash talk. They were calculated digs that implied Mayweather's fortune might be smoke and mirrors, built on risky habits and poor judgment. The accusations stirred up even more buzz, especially as both fighters found themselves dealing with their own money-related headlines. This ongoing back and forth only made their rivalry more complex and personal. Amid the verbal warfare, McGregor made another pointed statement that had fans talking, this time shifting shifting the focus to his own financial standing. No longer just lobbing insults, McGregor used the moment to showcase his confidence and pride in the way he managed his money, subtly suggesting that while Mayweather boasted, he built real wealth.
Great. I feel good, training hard. Did Floyd not take out his own jets? Floyd got 3. You know what else he got? And he got tax problems. That's heavy shit. That is heavy shit.
It's hard to get out from these
Fucking right it is, especially when I'm on top of you.
That's it. There's about $5,000 in here, McGregor quipped during a fiery moment, flashing a wad of cash with a grin. His comment was laced with sarcasm, clearly mocking Mayweather's notorious money showboating. It was a not-so-subtle jab meant to remind everyone that McGregor wasn't exactly broke either. The playful yet pointed remark fed into the larger story that, despite Mayweather's constant flexing, McGregor had his own wealth to flaunt. As their ongoing money feud played out in public, attention on Mayweather's financial situation intensified. Speculation continued to swirl, with many questioning whether his high-rolling lifestyle was actually masking deeper financial instability.
There's a barrel. That's it. That's it. There's about $5,000 in here. There's about $5,000 in here.
There have been growing claims that Floyd Mayweather may have blown through his fortune, racking up massive debts in the process. His lavish lifestyle was no secret. He was known for splurging on numerous properties, a fleet of luxury vehicles, and even buying the same high-end car in multiple colors. Reports also claimed he handed out extravagant gifts, including cars and wads of cash, to those in his inner circle. Topping it off, he owned a private jet valued at $53 million. Combine that with his obsession with flashy jewelry and a notorious reputation for dropping big money in strip clubs, and it becomes more believable that his riches might have been exaggerated. As whispers of Mayweather's financial instability kept growing louder, another twist entered the picture: rapper 50 Cent. The two have had a long-standing feud, and 50 never held back when it came to throwing shade at Mayweather, especially when criticizing the way he handled his money and career choices.
I believe that Floyd Mayweather has gone completely broke. And not just broke, but millions and millions of dollars in debt. And I can tell you with 100% certainty, he spends like an absolute madman. And I'm not just talking about a mansion and some sports cars. I mean multiple mansions, multiple cars, and not even just different cars, because he does have a bunch of different sports cars, but he has some cars that are exactly the same car, exactly the same color, but he has like multiple of them. And not only that, but for a while, I'm pretty sure he cut these people off now. There was a lot of people who would just give free cars to, give money to, and have them in like all types of crazy apartments and stuff like that as well. Oh, and you can't forget about the $53 million jet. And that's not even mentioning the insane amount of expensive jewelry he has, designer clothes, and him throwing hundreds of thousands of dollars in the strip club multiple times.
According to 50 Cent, Mayweather once approached him for assistance with building the money team, TMT. But what started as a potential business move spiraled into drama. 50 Cent revealed that he had actually registered the TMT brand in Delaware while Mayweather was behind bars and, technically, had the legal power to block Mayweather from using it. That bombshell only deepened the rift between them, exposing the messy business entanglements that had been brewing behind closed doors. As tensions escalated, 50 Cent didn't hold back, using the spotlight to air more of his grievances. Despite their long-standing feud, he seemed genuinely confused about why his name kept resurfacing whenever Mayweather was in the headlines. This guy, man, he said, clearly fed up with being constantly linked to Mayweather's controversies, even years after their falling out.
He asked me to help him, so I could stop them from using TMT as their logo right now.
Because you wouldn't do that because y'all cool again.
Yeah, I'm just not chasing it. But to be honest with you, I incorporated TMT in Delaware while he was incarcerated. Because he didn't sign the papers doesn't mean the corporation isn't valid. So I could actually, technically it trademarks the term of it because his entire corporation is built on. So I could tell you, you can't have TMT socks. You can't have that TMT shirt you got on. He don't understand that because it's just not. I just said it, and he won't be able to figure out that I could do that.
50 Cent openly questioned why Mayweather continued to bring his name into conversations, especially when he had no desire to be involved in any of the drama. He also threw in a subtle jab, implying that Mayweather only mentioned him when it served a purpose, usually to create buzz or stir controversy at the right moment. Despite all the bad blood, 50 Cent gave credit where it was due, admitting that he's still the best until someone proves otherwise, acknowledging Mayweather's dominance in the ring. Even with their feud heating up, that moment of respect stood out. Still, 50 didn't hold back for long. He took another swing at Mayweather's finances, hinting that the flashy spending and over-the-top lifestyle had finally caught up with him, and that the once endless stream of money might now be drying up.
I thought y'all was good again.
We are good. I just don't understand why he having the conversation. How am I coming up in conversation? I don't even care. Know what they're doing.
So there's still some static.
No, it only happens when it's time. It's time to build some type of energy or some sort of pressure. It's time to make and then that happens.
So through the BX Fight Club, you met someone,
Isaac. Right, because they had to legalize it on paper to turn it into like a dark show, like when they don't have television involved with a boxing event. Even Floyd, when you make yourself like we got issues on your ankle, he's still the best out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the room?
50 Cent went even further, suggesting that Mayweather's fortune had all but vanished, drained by sky-high living expenses and an over-the-top lifestyle. He emphasized how the constant spending on luxury homes, cars, and upkeep had made Mayweather's financial reality unsustainable. According to 50, the situation had become so dire that Mayweather was now showing up at clubs just to pocket quick appearance fees, a sign of how badly he needed immediate cash. As 50 Cent continued shedding light on what he believed was Mayweather's growing money crisis, another figure joined the conversation. MMA fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen stepped in with startling allegations of his own, intensifying the speculation around Mayweather's financial downfall and adding a new layer to the already heated narrative.
I think he got to right now because the money going.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. Get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
And then it took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's going. Trust me. Now it's like, call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Sonnen made a startling claim, alleging that Mayweather had been temporarily detained in Dubai over unpaid debts tied to an event he hosted there. According to Sonnen, Mayweather had failed to compensate the athletes who participated, which reportedly led to legal trouble overseas. These serious allegations hinted that Mayweather's financial troubles weren't just personal, they were now affecting his professional responsibilities as well. The situation suggested a deeper pattern of financial mismanagement that went far beyond flashy spending. Things took an even more dramatic turn when Sonnen revealed additional details, painting a bleak picture of Mayweather's circumstances. His bombshell claims intensified the growing concerns, indicating that the boxing legend's money issues might be far more severe than anyone initially realized.
I do personally believe and feel comfortable in letting you know that Floyd is being held in Dubai. He's being held for debt. He did not pay a debt like this. Floyd held an event in Dubai. Floyd did not pay the athletes. In Dubai, they do not take debt as a forgiving measure.
Sonnen further revealed that Mayweather's passport had been confiscated, leaving him stranded in Dubai until he could settle his debts. He claimed that Mayweather owed a massive sum of $18 million, which kept him trapped until the payment was made. This bombshell only deepened the complex financial crisis Mayweather seemed to be drowning in. As the saga continued to unfold, Sonnen's revelations grew even more concerning. The accusations against Mayweather were becoming more severe, with Sonnen suggesting that Mayweather might be involved in something far more serious: money laundering. According to Sonnen, Floyd was allegedly accused of diverting the $18 million that was intended for the fighters into other uses. If true, this would imply that Mayweather's financial troubles went beyond poor decisions, potentially bordering on criminal activity. This new allegation of money laundering added an entirely new layer of controversy to his already tumultuous career. If proven, it could not only devastate his financial standing but also lead to significant significant legal consequences. As these shocking accusations continued to pile up, Logan Paul also entered the fray, revealing that he still hadn't received full payment for his 2021 exhibition match with Mayweather. This added another name to the growing list of those allegedly left unpaid, further tarnishing Mayweather's financial reputation.
He's being held. He's just, the passport's being held. He's not able to board that flight and leave. And he's not going to be able to until he comes with the money, which is rumored at 8.
Logan Paul has publicly claimed that Mayweather still owes him millions, accusing the boxer of failing to honor their financial agreement despite numerous attempts to resolve the issue. According to Paul, the payment dispute remains unresolved, prompting him to pursue legal action. Mayweather, on the other hand, has denied these allegations, asserting that Paul was paid in full for their exhibition match. Beyond the financial disagreement, Logan Paul also took the opportunity to criticize Mayweather's promotional tactics. Paul highlighted what he saw as a manipulative strategy used by Mayweather to maximize profits, specifically targeting the way he handled ticket sales. Paul's remarks painted a picture of a fighter who was willing to go to great lengths to generate income, even if it meant being less than transparent with his fans.
Floyd Mayweather, you punch-drunk idiot. Read my lips. Oh wait, you can't. Where's my money, bitch? Floyd never paid me for our fight. Who am I, the IRS? You can't dodge taxes like you do punches, dummy. Floyd, how can you call yourself the—
Logan Paul explained that Mayweather has a habit of buying up large blocks of tickets for his fights before they're made available to public, only to resell them at inflated prices. According to Paul, this tactic allows Mayweather to pocket significant profits, capitalizing on the high demand for his events. Paul went as far as to label the strategy a scam, suggesting that it was one of the key ways Mayweather has managed to accumulate so much wealth. As Paul continued to dissect Mayweather's financial practices, he revealed even more unsettling details about a particular investment tied to Mayweather's fight promotion. This time, the focus was on a large financial stake in one of Mayweather's events, which sparked even more frustration and accusations of dishonesty within the boxer's promotional operations.
He is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why, in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take 30%, he is that. And so, oftentimes for his fights, before the tickets can go on sale to the public, or like right as they go on sale, he'll buy a whole wing, a whole section, and then he'll sell them at a higher price, marked up, so he can make,
like all the floor seats. He takes all of them.
All of them. 3, 4, 5x. And it's part of his business.
Logan Paul went on to explain that one of Mayweather's investors had shelled out $1.4 million for a block tickets, with the expectation that they would be resold at 7 to 8 times their original price. However, according to Paul, the investor never saw the promised return. Instead, they were left waiting for small, inconsistent payments without any significant profits. Paul used this as yet another example of how Mayweather's financial practices often left others disappointed and without the financial gains they were led to expect. In addition to exposing these questionable financial moves, Paul also shed light on some of the allegedly shady tactics Mayweather employs in the ring. According to Paul, Mayweather's methods aren't just limited to his technical abilities. Some of his strategies blur the lines of fairness and sportsmanship.
With this particular lawsuit, he had an investor pay $1.4 million in total for this section, and the investor was promised that the seats would sell at I think a 7 to 8x multiple, and he expected a return on his investment. And sure enough, he didn't get his initial investment back. He strung along. He gets like 100K here and there, strung along, not.
Logan Paul revealed how Mayweather allegedly manipulates the rules and uses questionable tactics to gain an edge over his opponents. His comments painted a picture of a fighter who would stop at nothing to preserve his undefeated record, even if it meant bending or outright breaking the rules. This added a new layer of controversy to Mayweather's carefully crafted image as a clean, honorable champion, suggesting that his public persona might be far from the truth. Following these revelations about Mayweather's supposed unsportsmanlike tactics and financial mismanagement, Logan Paul made it clear he wasn't going to let things slide. He firmly declared his intent to take legal action in order to secure the money he was owed from their dealings, signaling that he was prepared to fight back.
That guy was doing shit in the ring I'd never seen before. Yo, one time, I was like hunkered over, and I was like by his hip, and he kind of had me in a headlock. Motherfucker opens his glove and puts his hand over my mouth. Stop breathing. So I couldn't breathe. I've never seen this before. And opposite side of the ref. He knew where the ref was. He knew to cover my mouth. Straight up in the middle of the fight, I'm like, what? And I get up and I'm like, what the fuck? I just missed 2 breaths. Fact. Smart boxer, you know, that's the guy who's been to the ring before. He's smart. He knows his way in and out. No, I got paid. I got paid. Just not in full. Like a couple million somehow that was just missing. Where did the money go? Floyd said he could afford a Jeff Bezos-sized jet from the money he made from that fight. I ain't got no fucking jet. What the fuck, dude? I'm missing a couple mil. We're gonna find it, bro. I'll see you in court. The art is happening. Just like, mark my words, we're coming for you. We're coming for your millions, and the last thing you change.
Hall made it clear that he had already initiated legal action, determined to claim his fair share of the profits from their fight. He emphasized that he wasn't about to be intimidated or brushed aside, and was fully prepared to fight for what he believed was rightfully his. His words left no room for doubt. This battle was just beginning. Once celebrated for his extravagant lifestyle and enormous wealth, Floyd Mayweather now finds himself at the heart of a storm of financial difficulties and legal issues. Accusations of unpaid debts, shady promotional tactics, and even money laundering have severely tarnished the image of the boxer who was once considered both a champion in the ring and a financial mogul.
Or is that something that you can't disclose
No,
right now?
he has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm fucking you. I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, we're taking it to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
Yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
The reckless spending, lavish purchases, and high-maintenance lifestyle have left Mayweather in a financial mess that few saw coming. While some argue his troubles are simply the result of poor financial management, others suggest his potential bankruptcy is the inevitable consequence of living beyond his means for too long. With revelations from figures like Logan Paul and Chael Sonnen exposing not just his financial mistakes but also questionable dealings, it's evident that Mayweather's financial empire is collapsing. His failure to settle debts with fighters, his dishonest ticket sales practices, and disputes with former partners are all signs of a darker side to his business operations. The future of Mayweather's career is uncertain as he faces both legal battles and the possibility of bankruptcy. What lies ahead for him? Can he recover his financial standing and reputation, or is this the end of his illustrious career? Will his legacy as a fighter survive the damage to his reputation? Should fans continue to support him despite the controversies surrounding him? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.